Amber, do you want to start?
Well, I imagine a tough one to take, just your assessment of that.
Not a tough one to take, just that the better team won. They were really good tonight, and it was hard for us. So no, got no qualms or no excuses. I thought their level was excellent, and I thought they deserved to win. We tried to stay in it as long as possible. At half time, we're relatively happy, even though I felt like they were clearly they're going to have a lot of the ball. We had to defend a lot of set pieces, but we were limiting them to maybe long range shots and not too many efforts. The most frustrating thing for me tonight was the timing of the second goal, how we dealt with the kickoff and how we dealt with that was the killer. Because even at 1-0, we're still in the game, and anything can happen. Like we saw right at the end, we still get a goal. At that moment, obviously, the game was done, but we needed to remain in it longer. And that second one was really frustrating. That's the thing I'm most disappointed about tonight.
Is it a harder one to accept at all because you beat them on Tuesday, or is that not even a consideration?
No, I don't think so. I think you have a double header against Liverpool, anyone, like any team in Europe, and it's hard. So for us to take, to win one of those games, we have to be seeing that as a big positive. And we tried tonight, but I thought their level went up. I don't think really we dropped, but they made it very, very difficult.
Before you came in, we were just talking about the similarities in both first half of Tuesday's game and days. Did it feel like there were similarities for you?
It did, but it did feel like I felt like they were better. I thought their counter pressing was better. I thought their intensity was better. I thought they won the ball back quicker. There was moments on Tuesday where we got through them with the ball. We weren't quite able to penetrate their last line, but we got through them a few times, and we thought, and that's what we planned, to try and change some of our positioning, but we thought we might be able to do that again if they press in the same way. But I thought their intensity tonight was I felt it was better. I felt like it was really hard for us to be able to get through them, around or behind them tonight.
One from me, Hee-Chan, somebody who's perhaps struggled for goals so far this season, just a word on his performance tonight, and that goal seemed to mean quite a lot to him.
It's nice that he got an impact. Obviously he's had a period of time out, and good, I suppose, that we got the last goal in the game as well anyway. Never mind whoever it was. I think that's important to show that we're still fighting and still trying in the game, so we certainly did that. But yeah, pleased for Channy. Been tough for, I suppose, any of us to find a way to score goals this season, but forwards always want to be on the score sheet, so good moment for him.
Hi, Rob. You sort of touched on it there. I think sort of first half fairly sort of organised and disciplined defensively, but it's about sort of breaking through the lines, wasn't it? Was that where you sort of found the difficulty and caused them problems?
Yeah, I think it was really tough when we won it back. A few people took too many touches and allowed them to just go and nail us. And sometimes it wasn't our fault. It was just brilliant counter pressing from them as well. It was almost like they were swarming us, and their intensity I felt was very, very good. So a few turnovers where we could have been better, and then a lot where I thought that was, that's the level. What they showed there is the level, and a really elite level.
You've had a sort of incredibly congested fixture list February into early March as well. Maybe it's the way that Liverpool played tonight, but is there any sort of word to suggest that Wolves looked a little bit sort of leggy tonight, a little bit tight? Maybe
I'll have to look back at it as well. I don't think it was a lack of effort or we were looking leggy. I think we missed Andre in midfield. I think he was a big miss for us. I think he's been brilliant, and he was really good on Tuesday night. So I think we missed that, but the energy I felt was there. The effort was there. We were pushing still at the end, and you could see that as well, that we're still pushing and pressing. But Liverpool are elite athletes, and they're able to bring one or two fresh bodies in like we did. But yeah, I just thought their overall performance, they took it up a notch, and it was probably one that we just couldn't quite live with tonight.
Just funny for me, you've spoken a lot about motivation for the players going forward. Obviously, the cup meant a lot to yourself, to Wolves fans. What exactly do those players and yourself have to sort of fight for?
Well, we've got 8 games, so we know how many games we've got left. The next game against Brentford, that has to be our cup final. That's it. And so everyone gets a few days now, because you're right, it has been a really intense period, and then all focus has to be on. We know how difficult Brentford away are. They've been brilliant this season. But yeah, we've got to go and find a way to win that game.
Missing Andre, Robert, how much did him being out also affect you because he has to play a role that maybe you don't quite get the best out of?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he obviously played there at Old Trafford when Andre didn't play, and I think maybe started the game at West Ham in that position as well when we won here against West Ham when we won here. So he's done it a couple of times, Joao, but yeah, he's probably not as suited to that as Andre. So look, that's not an excuse, but I do think he's been a really good performer for us, Andre. So we're always going to miss him a little bit.